Hi, and welcome to Yoga with Becs. This is yoga for the day after chest and arms day at the gym. I'm Becca, and today I'm in the Dominican Republic. Spinal Safety Awareness, this practice does have forward flexion and twisting. Please do the description below before starting. Now grab your mat, and let's find your space. Okay, please join me on your mat. We're going to start kneeling. Kneeling is not comfortable for everyone. Just so you know, I've got my feet out flat behind me. I'm sitting back on my heels. But if you need, you could bring a block if you have one handy or something that's a few inches high. Bring your knees a little apart, feet a little bit apart, and put that block right in the center and sit down on that. That should help. All right. So in our kneeling position, we're going to start with a little bit of joint release. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Elbows are bent, and we're going to rotate through the range of motion of your shoulder, reaching up, back, and around. Nice and gentle, waking up those shoulders. Sitting up tall, breathing into this. One more time. And then go the other way. We're going to rotate up and back. And bring the elbow forward. Do 2 more times. And last one. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to stretch our hands a little bit through the arm. So let's bring our arms forward and straight in front of us, sitting up tall. Let's your right hand, let the hand fall down. Grab a hold of the other hand right around the palm. Keep this arm straight, elbow straight, and just pull gently in. And hold for 1 and 2 and 3. Now we're going to flip that palm up, facing forward. Again, grab a hold with the other hand and then pull back. Hold for 1 and 2, straight through the arm. Pressure's going into the shoulder, to the wrist, and 3. And release. Other hand. Let the palm fall down, straight arm out from the shoulder. Grab a hold, the other hand, and pull under. Pull towards you. For 1 and 2 and 3. Very nice. Bring the palm now out, facing up and forward. Grab a hold and pull back, keeping that arm straight, stretching through, kind of through the, is that the shin of the arm? through the wrist. For 1 and 2, forearm is what it's called, and 3. And release that. Very nice. Let's do one more. Bring our arms out forward. We're going to squeeze our fists and release. So squeeze tight, 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 and release, relax. Again, make a fist, squeeze, 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 and relax. One more time, squeeze that fist and relax. Beautiful. Now we're going to do the arms of Gomukhasana, cow face pose. We're going to leave our feet sitting in kneeling for now. We're focusing on our chest and arms today. So it's going to open up the chest a little bit. Let's bring your left arm up, right arm down and behind. Now we're going to swing our arms around, bending at each elbow to try and meet in the middle. I'm going to twist just to show you. So one arm's up, one arm's down, bending at the elbow. And we're going to reach it around to grab a hold. If you can grab a hold, if not, don't worry. Come to wherever you can and open up through the chest. Stretch. If you have a little towel, you could grab a hold with each hand, bring it around, grab a hold, and get a nice stretch that way. So breathing in. Hold for 3. Opening up through the chest. Relax through the neck. Make sure you're okay there. And 2. and 3. Release the hands. Bring the arms back the way they came to your sides. Now we'll do the other side. So this will be your right arm coming up, left arm coming down, extending through the arms, bend at the elbow, and then bring the arms all the way. See if you can get them to connect. Grab a hold of a towel or whatever, get as close as you can. Now open up the chest, hold for 1 and 2. Make sure there's no pressure on your neck. And 3. Opening up, breathing. And release the hands. Gently bring them all the way back. And relax. Very nice. Now we're going to come into Santolasana or plank. So come onto all fours to start. And we want to do plank though. So let's make sure our shoulders are over our wrists. Palms are firm into the ground. Shoulder blades are pressing wide. Now step back onto the ball of the foot, your right foot and your left foot. You can have feet hip width apart here, not close together. So feet width, hip width apart, coming up onto the balls of the feet. And now connecting through those shoulders, through the lats, and then finding that nice line in your spine from your heels to the top of your head. Connecting through your core. Use those glutes. Hold for 1 and 2 and 3. Keep breathing. Now we're going to lower into Chattarunga. So we're going to keep those lats engaged, strong through their shoulders. We're going to bend our elbows and slowly lower down. Almost to the ground. And a hold for 1 and 2 and 3. And release down, knees bent, relaxed. Whole body down on the ground. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to do Sarpasana, snake pose, my favorite. One of my favorites. You can bring our feet together here. Legs are straight. You can start with your forehead on the mat. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. And we're going to pull back with those hands. And we're going to rise up from the shoulders, pulling up and back, chest opening up forward, looking up. Let's hold for 1 and 2, pulling back with the arms to open to the chest, and 3, and then release down. Let your head fall to one side. Release the arms and take a breath here. Let's do snake one more time. Interlace those fingers, forehead on the mat. Start by pulling the hands back. Legs are engaged. Use that core to rise up, pulling up from the arms, opening up through the chest. Hold for 1 and 2 and 3, and gently coming down. You can put your head to the other side. Release your arms. Take a deep breath here. Now we're going to come back up to all fours. Press yourself up. Find that position with wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to do Parsva, Balasana, or thread the needle pose to really get deep into those shoulders. So find your all fours, pressing firmly through the palms. Bring your right arm up, open up to the side. Look up to that top hand. Try to open right up to the side, opening through the chest, pressing up in the bottom hand. And then we're going to come down, interlace or thread the needle. Thread the needle, bringing your right arm in between that little gap. And down. Breathing in to rise up, open through the chest. And then breathing out to thread the needle. Turn to follow the hand. One more time, open up through the chest, and then breathe out. Now we're going to come all the way down. So bring this arm all the way down to the ground, coming down onto your shoulder. Reaching that arm out as far as it will go, and then rest again on the shoulder. You can rest on your forehead here. Now this other arm can stay flat on the ground, supporting. Keep your hips aligned and squared here. Opening up through the chest to the side. Let gravity pull down on your shoulder. If you're able to, you can bring your left free arm around back behind you. Hook it in onto your far leg. And then open up through the chest. Let's hold for one more count. Deep breath. And release. Pressing through this hand into the ground. Left hand to bring yourself back up. Beautiful. Let's do the other side now. We're going to open up the left arm, rise up. And then breathing out. Thread the needle, reaching up through the twist. Breathing in to rise up, opening through the chest to the side, and then breathing out to thread the needle. One more time, breathing in to rise up, and breathing out, thread the needle. This time we're going to come all the way down. Walk that arm out as far as it can go. Relax your forehead onto the ground. Hips are squared. You can either have your other hand supporting, pressing onto the ground, or you can bring it around and back, hooking up into the hip, opening up through the chest. And then hold for a few breaths here, breathing in. One more deep breath. Release that arm if it's been wrapped around. Press it into the ground to bring yourself back. All right, we're going to finish off with a beautiful chest opener, Matsyendrasana, fish pose. So let's come sit on your butt. Extend your legs out in front of you. I'm going to come all the way down to the ground. Actually, it's all the way down onto your back. Legs are extended out. Arms are down by our sides. Palms on the ground. Get nice and connected through your arms on the ground. We're going to press into our forearms and our palms to arch the back, rising up, 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 opening up through the chest, coming as high as you can, and then lowering down to the top of the head on the mat. So strong through the elbows, strong through the forearms, staying close to your sides, opening up through the chest, the heart, the throat, and breathe. One more breath. Now press into those elbows to lift up. Release your neck and come back down. Gently, very nice. Let's do fish pose one more time, really opening up to the chest. So our arms are close by our sides, palms down. We're going to press into those forearms, arching the back, up, 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 up. Let the head hang behind you, and then lower down onto the top of your head. Deep breath for 1. And 2. And 3. Now pressing into the arms, lift up, release the neck, and lower down. Beautiful. Okay, let's gently come back up to seated. Finding whatever position is comfortable for you. If you can join me in chanting Om 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Press your hands together into prayer. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to the mat today, for putting your body first. Thank your body for supporting you. Just take a moment to be grateful for where you are today in this moment. Namaste. You can gently open your eyes now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful day. I'm too relaxed to think now. But thank you for joining me today.